We are March Technology Enterprise, innovative company founded by a group of students to make revolution in agricultural sector. The primary purpose of business is introduction and encouragement of organic seeds farming. We are offering range of low-cost organically sourced margarine, sunflower oil, as well as various beauty products. Additionally, MarchTech proposes and advocates high technology solutions in organic farming sector. Our corporate flagship sails under principle of sustainable farming and technology solutions to make the world a better place. Our crew consists of highly qualified professionals working towards achieving tactical and strategic targets. Recently, we appointed International Division Manager to embrace upcoming foreign market entry. Recently, the group successfully managed to catch the rising wave of organic food popularity and utilize this opportunity to expand and strive. The demand for organic farming technology increased as the demand for organic margarine and sunflower oil products skyrocketed. As a result, the March Tech has taken a lead in organic oil product sector, which resulted in increased sales and profit. Therefore, company made a significant profit and built a capital to expand the business. Also, it's important to note that the essential part of the success should be attributed to employees who performed outstandingly and exceeded expectations under the competent supervision of top management. As demand on organic margarine increases, the competition in the market doubles. Especially, retail giant Coles could easily move us out of pedestal by offering cheap products in great amounts. Moreover, the demand in Australian market cannot be fulfilled with current business conditions. These are the reasons why March Tech requires new cost-effective source of sunflower oil seeds, particularly in economy-growing countries. Cost-effective feature means the labor costs and manufacturing overhead costs are supposed to be lower. Simultaneously, factory output is expected to increase. Going global concept implies new markets for our products, so more people might be involved in movement of organic farming. All these factors contribute to rise of economy of scales, which is highly beneficial for companies in long run. Lastly, as the famous saying suggests, don't put eggs in one bucket, which means by offshoring, the company could diversify the inherent risk. For example, if droughts occur in Australia, the supply will be restored by international division. After performing deep research, including a series of parcel analysis, SWOT techniques, our top management team is ready to propose Bhutan as a country which is potential beneficial to offshore and outsource. Bhutan is Southeast Asian country located on Himalayas mountain range and neighboring with China and India. These two countries are culturally and economically influencing the Bhutan. Bhutanese people strictly follow traditions and customs acquired along past history timeline. They have specific dress code which dictates how one should behave in society. Up until 20th century, Bhutan is considered to be isolated, but now it has changed from absolute monarchy to constitutional, which opens opportunities for foreign companies. And why Bhutan is a suitable place to offshore would be explained in this slide by bringing in environment, political, social, economic arguments. Firstly, it's important to note that Bhutan's GDP mainly consists of agricultural sector contributions, in the percentage of 55. Subsequently, government will be more lenient toward companies accelerating agricultural practices. Environment of Bhutan includes huge forest reserves, mountain range areas, valleys, and jungles, which contain huge biodiversity. There are also lands containing substantial soil value, which needs cultivation and could be used in farming purposes. Social dimension consists of religious people strictly following the sacred rules. Low level of education and widespread of poverty are general in the country. 95% of Bhutanese women make their living by working in agricultural sector. Agricultural sector is characterized by labor-intensive nature with relatively low intensity of farm inputs. Political situation has been relatively stable, and government announced its resolution to focus and develop organic farming. In internationalization campaign would be exporting organic seeds farming technology and expertise to Bhutanese counterparts to assist farmers in their farming production and help the government to achieve its production goals. Bhutanese soil features as well as climate are very similar to Australian, which makes easier the process of technology adaptation and sunflower culture cultivation procedures. Secondly, Bhutan's national economy has grown significantly. In 2017, Bhutan's GDP increased by 6.8% than last year, which made the country's second fastest growing economy in Asian region. These data prove that market of Bhutan would be promising for us. Thirdly, current technical equipment in agriculture sector is totally outdated and ineffective in Bhutan. People are struggling with farming since huge amount of work is done manually. March technology will bring the farming industry to the next level, benefiting both people and the company. By setting up advanced technology, Bhutan will be also able to develop industry sector. For example, new organic margarine production could be installed. Internationalization option aims to establish a subsidiary which will locally grow and manufacture organic sunflower-based products, including margarine, for further supply to Australia, neighboring China and India, and local Bhutanese market. The subsidiary will enjoy cost-effective condition of Bhutan, including cheap labor and land, convenient transportation of goods to local markets and neighboring countries in exchange to improvements to communities which this campaign bring, like employment and infrastructure. Acquisition and merger strategy of entering international markets implies small and medium-sized Bhutanese farming groups will be offered funding in the exchange of joining the March Tech enterprise. They will get money and they get expert advice as well as tactical and strategical directions from our top management. Downside of this strategy is that it constructs monopoly, which is not healthy sign in a free market environment, especially in the developing countries. It could prevent necessary competition which pushes economy forward. But on the other hand, by acquiring local farmers, MarchTech will also receive local managers' experience, which could be beneficial in adaptation to the Bhutanese community. It's important to construct a dialogue on the basis of friendship and win-win decisions without using aggression or force to sustain long-term operations in the country. A subsidiary or a daughter company would open new international division of MarchTech, which enables flexibility in process of product customization to meet region needs. It implies implementation of cost-effective procedures in terms of production and transportation. It improves control, which in turn reinforces compliance with laws and regulations. The quality and productivity of operation could be thoroughly supervised and altered when needed with international division management. Are located in Sydney, where company governed by CEO and CFO in the best interests of company and investors. MarchTech also adopted administrative division on place, primarily aiming to diversify function, improve efficiency, and facilitate coordination and cooperation. As MarchTech has not reached status of corporate giant and mainly up to now operate in Sydney, the top management implemented centralized system. In other words, directions of CEO must be executed in all subsidiaries. An international manager does not have significant flexibility, which could potentially affect efficiency. That is why we choose the solution, which is mix of centralized and decentralized system, allowing necessary flexibility to international division management. Corporate directions and decisions could ensure the consistency between the goals and the international division operation. Any offshoring campaign would imply underlying potential challenges and risks. In case of Bhutan, which implemented new form of governing, there is a chance that government could make reckless and unfavorable decisions which could destabilize economy, increase tax, or make tough regulation on foreign businesses. Another problem is cultural barriers. As generally known, Eastern countries defined by Hofstede as high-level culture countries, meaning that Bhutan is collectivism-oriented state with high power distance, hierarchy, society structure, with high level of uncertainty, implying strict rules and regulation and task-oriented approach. Bhutanese people are religious and orthodox to some point, preferring isolation rather than cooperation. Additionally, employees who are unfamiliar with advanced technology and lack fundamental knowledge may lead to production disruptions. Another challenge could emerge in taste preference and product function related to beauty products offered by MarchTech. Bhutanese people simply may not perceive foreign design products. A feasible approach would be customizing products to suit local taste. For example, organic soup could be a good solution, whereas a moisturizing creams on oil base could be redundant. Lack of skilled managers and administration officers could be challenging in Bhutan. However, free training and development sessions as well as expertise sharing conferences could fulfill this gap. And lastly, the challenge which could not be controlled but rather anticipated and prepared is climate conditions. In Bhutan, the period of monsoons characterized by heavy rains and floods which could destroy crop fields. The best option to prevent this is strategically organize fields and build up protective barriers. MarchTech overcome all challenges and successfully start operation. The benefits would be shared not only by the company but also local community. Sunflower seeds and organic margarine makes an important nutritional contribution to the diet by being a source of vitamins such as vitamin A and vitamin D, and also claim to be cholesterol-free. There is good chance to add MarchTech products to diversify variety of food products available in Bhutan. Technology solutions as well as expertise offered by the company would drastically change industry, which nowadays driven by manual power and old-fashioned mechanisms. By the installment of first factories and farms, it's more likely that livelihood nearby as well as country roads will be reconstructed and improved. Also, electricity and sewerage systems will be provided to the rural areas. Factories and farms would provide new job opportunities for local communities. The advanced technology in farming would ease their job duties and reduce hazards to health. As a result, Bhutanese people will improve their livelihood and would receive opportunity to live decent life and strive. Moreover, local community would be introduced to Western values and would be offered beauty and health products which could fulfill rising necessity of middle class arising in intensively developing state. Overall improvement and convenience in the agricultural sector would positively contribute to GDP of Bhutan and would allow stable growth. It's crucial to review and analyze offshoring and outsourcing experience of global corporations in order to avoid further profit loss and reputational damage. The Nike and Apple company are good examples of how lack of control and supervision could result in child labor, excessive overtime work with extremely low salary. Giving to subsidiary complete freedom and trust are a course to inspire illegal activities in production. Local government regulations are too poor to stop local managers from operating in a legal manner and causing sweatshop production. People, even children, cannot resist the opportunity to make a living and earn another dollar for a day of drudgery work. Rana Plaza destruction, however, is a warning sign for every company which goes global. That lack of duty of care and responsibility over outsourced production could lead to catastrophic consequences. MarchTech should be very vigilant as main course of business directly related to cultivation of fields and using vast amounts of land and water supply. The natural resources of Bhutan are strictly preserved by government and protected by international community, and it's MarchTech responsibility to eliminate any threat to protected forests and jungle reserves. The second important issue is soil erosion. Erosion occurs when land is heavily exploited without precautions. Lastly, we have corporations like British Petroleum, who are infamous for causing massive environmental disasters which led to enormous unrecoverable natural resources loss and water pollution. On this example, every step of MarchTech must be carefully planned and diligently executed. Related to utilization of natural resources and undertaken by MarchTech must be executed in cooperation with government and environmentalists to avoid any legal consequences and harm to the nature. Mainly, MarchTech uses advanced technology to facilitate organic farming, which is in nature avoids emergence of erosion. The other method to avoid erosion is to use two fields. When one is cultivated, the other is resting. Advanced technology also allows to reduce water consumption by utilizing micro-irrigation techniques, meaning that plants would be fed drop by drop. Also, MarchTech would prioritize and encourage use of alternative energy sources. For this purpose, Tala hydroelectric power station on the river Pangchu available for use. MarchTech understands the importance of corporate social responsibility and agrees with statement that suggests every business must pay back community for using their resources. Sustainability allows future generations to enjoy their opportunity to live, as well as enables company to operate safely and successfully in long run. Therefore, MarchTech is willing to implement community beneficial activities into International Bhutanese Division. One possible option is to settle training camp, which would provide English language teaching courses for employees as well as for everyone who is interested. Basically, MarchTech would aim to increase neighborhood literacy and communicational skills. Infrastructure would facilitate local commuting and transportation. Also, company wants to supply free organic oil-based soaps for employees and those people in need, so that people reduce the risk of getting harmful bacteria while working in agricultural sector. Full compliance with World Labor Standards will be achieved by appointing International Division Manager who will be in charge of subsidiaries in Bhutan. The manager would deliver direction of center and customize them to adjust to the local conditions and then put them into practice. The main responsibility of international manager is to supervise subsidiaries and ensure compliance with the standards. To provide more confidence in following corporate regulations, a group of auditors will be appointed who will physically inspect farming lands and manufacturing factories. MarchTech would also develop corporate code of conduct to eliminate ambiguity and misinterpretation, so that each employee would clearly understand what is allowed to do and what is not. In conclusion, MarchTech would furtherly advocate and spread the idea of organic farming throughout the world. We will continue gaining competitive advantage, increasing customer base, as well as improving corporate reputation by investing in sustainable operations and helping local communities. With the help of investors, MarchTech would be able to expand its operation, increase sales, strengthen cross-border communication, encourage cooperation, and open new market opportunities. MarchTech is ready to accept offshoring challenge and put great effort and soul to achieve organizational goals.